Sir, we have completed Indian Contract Act, sir. Let us start with your next chapter, chapter number 2. Sir, Sale of Goods Act 1930. Sir, going forward, I'll be referring it to as SOGA. Sir, what do you mean by SOGA? Sale of Goods Act 1930. Yes. Handwritten notes summary chart. I think we'll do it today or we'll do tomorrow for the last 2 units. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send it. Yes, sir. So, Sale of Goods Act 1930. Sir, going forward, we'll be referring to this particular chapter as SOGA. Okay, sir. We will also SOGA. They will also SOGA, sir. All of them will sleep, sir. Okay, sir. People, now listen carefully. Sir, a little history. Let us know a little history. Yes, sir. Tell us, sir. Sir, the chapter says Sale of Goods. Sale of Goods Act 1930. Yes, sir. Sir, if you remember, if you see your first chapter, first unit, unit 1, nature of contract. Sir, in that, we have written one thing. What, sir? In the Indian Contract Act, you have sections. Yes, sir. Section 1 to section 75 is given in CA Foundation. Section 1 to section 75 is given in CA Foundation. Yes, sir. Section 124 to section 238 is seen in CA Inter. Sir, which chapter are you talking about? We are talking about Indian Contract Act 1872. I am talking about an act called Indian Contract Act 1872. Okay, sir. So, sir, section 1 to section 75, you guys would have seen in your CA Foundation, sir. And after that, sir, it is there in CA Inter. Okay. Sir, now what Papa did these sections do, sir? Section 76 to sections 123. Sir, where did they go? Sir, where did they go? Why have they not given to us? They have given to you people. Is it, sir? Where? Sir, then we did not see it in Indian contract at all. You know what? Yes, sir. Tell me, sir. People, there was an act called as Indian Contract Act. Section 76 to section 123 was also there in Indian Contract Act. But as the time passed by, the matters with respect to this sections 76 to 123 itself started to become a different topic altogether. People started doing more and more of those transactions, more and more of they started doing the contracts between those sections. So the law felt, okay, it is time for me to take out these sections from Indian Contract Act and put it out in some other place, and to make that only a new contract, to make that only a new act. So, sir, this section 76 to 123 was completely removed. It is removed. So, even now, if you open the Bare Act is what is your actual act passed by your legislation. Yeah. So, sir, now if you see section 76 to 123, it will be written as repealed. Sir, repealed means it is removed. It is no longer here. Sir, now where is it? These sections, where is it there, sir? People, now these sections have been put to a new act, and that new act is only called as Sale of Goods Act 1930. Sale of Goods Act 1930. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಒಳಗೇನಾರು ಹೋಯ್ತಾ? Something went inside. Yes, the subject matter was so big. I mean, it started having its own significance. They had to make it a different act, and now is what you are studying it as Sale of Goods Act. It ideally forms part of Indian Contract Act itself. Clear, all of you? Pakka? Sir, yes. Now, why did you tell us this, sir? People, listen carefully. Yes, sir. Now, because it is taken from Indian Contract Act. So, sir, section 1 to 75, if you guys remember, all these are basics. Sir, what do you mean by basics? See, whatever comes in the future of the act, everything will have your basics in the first or the second chapter. Sir, like, sir, capacity to parties, offer and acceptance, sir, free consent, sir, and legal object, sir, legal consideration, lawful object, lawful consideration. Sir, all of that is given in the basics only, no, sir. Now only the middle part is removed. So, sir, here can minor enter into a contract? Sir, can a lunatic enter into can a lunatic be covered in the Sale of Goods Act? So people read it as a whole. Sir, what do you mean, sir? When you're reading Sale of Goods Act, the law only have specifically have said what? When Sale of Goods Act is applicable, you need to read it with Indian Contract Act. Meaning offer, acceptance, the free consent, capacity of the parties, everything ditto will apply here as well. So Indian Contract Act plus some more provisions is called Sale of Goods Act. Clear, not clear? Yeah, people, clear, not clear? All of you? Yes, sure. Okay, sir. Done. Perfect. So this is the basics, sir. This is the introduction part. Okay, sir. Now, sir, the act is Sale of Goods Act. Yes, even this is a private law. Only if the parties enter into a transaction, only if a parties enter into a contract, this law will come into picture. And you can design it, you can draft it the way you want. If your law is silent, or if your agreement or a contract is silent, or if it is very unreasonable, only then this act will apply. All the laws are like that only with regards to private laws, like Indian Contract Act, the Sale of Goods Act, all of these are like that. First you refer to your agreements. Next chapter also is like that only. Indian Partnership Act, first you refer to your agreement. If your agreement is silent or unreasonable, then come to the law, is what the law says. So even this is also the same. Okay, sir. So, sir, again, Sale of Goods Act 1930. Sir, 1930, sir, independence bandilla. Sir, independence was not yet there, sir. So, sir, again, it is a pre-independence act only. Yes, because obviously before that only they had to sever it and they had to form it a new act. Okay, sir. Sir, now you are saying that it is a Sale of Goods Act. So, sir, what we'll be seeing in this chapter? People, very simple. What? Sir, there will be two parties. Okay. So there will be two parties. Okay. Sir, one person agrees to sell something. One person agrees to sell something. Sir, one person agrees to buy something. Yes. Yes, sir. Sir, what are they selling and what are they buying? Sir, they are buying goods. Sir, the person who is buying is called as what, sir? Buyer. Sir, the person who is selling is called as what, sir? Seller. Simple, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Now, sir, now what do you mean by goods? This law is including it. The law says it is Sale of Goods Act. The first thing we need to know, what do you mean by goods? Yes, sir. Sir, goods goods means every kind of movable property. Sir, goods means every kind of movable property. Yes, I will answer your point, quizzer. I'll answer. That is the definition. Sir, goods means every kind of movable property. Yes, sir. Sir, when I say movable property, sir, basically it should be something you touch or you feel. Yes, sir. Sir, something you touch or you feel. Correct, sir. Yes, sir. So, sir, service is not included here. Sir, services are not included here. Okay, sir. Sir, movable property. Yes, sir. Sir, give us example. People, your bike. Sir, car. Sir, groceries. Sir, your pant, your shirt, and what not, and what else. Everything is the examples here, sir. Okay, so sir, goods means every kind of movable property. Okay, but other than actionable claim and money in circulation. Sir, what do you mean by money in circulation? People, money. Sir, your notes, currency. Currency cannot be considered as goods. Sir, why, sir? People, logic. You cannot give 2000 rupees to someone and you cannot buy 2000 rupees. Correct? You need to earn 2000 rupees. So, money in circulation cannot be considered as goods. So, goods means every kind of movable property other than money in circulation. Sir, why is it written as money in circulation? Sir, money. Sir, money in circulation. Circulation means what? Whatever is going on today, whatever is the legal currency today, which is being used in your country today, which is accepted by the sellers today, which buyers give today, bankers give today. So, sir, what do you mean? People, here the silent thing is the antique coins, your old currencies. Few people will have this, hobby of collecting coins. They will give money and they will bring coins. Sir, this can be considered as goods because they are no longer in circulation today. So they have a higher price or a lower price. Yes, sir. We don't believe you, sir. Okay, wait. People, I'm searching for coin, coins. See here, OLX, not my site. See here. Yes, see here. See, 10 paise coin set it seems. There are 10 paise coins. He's charging 2500. Yeah, I have in my home. I will give you if you want. You don't have to pay 2500 for this. Yes, can you see this? Sir, now you take this only. Sir, 10 paise coin. It was there. I don't know whether you guys were there at that time or not. In our childhood, 10 paise coin was there. Sir, now 10 paise coin into 10, 1 rupee, but he's selling it at 2500. So this is goods. But action, today's money in circulation, obviously, who will buy 2000 rupees for 2500? Who will buy that? Yeah? Okay. Shashi, I'll answer your point. I'll answer all your points. Yeah? Okay. So, sir, this we understood. Okay. Sir, now what do you mean by actionable claim? Actionable claim. Very simple, people. Listen carefully. Sir, A and B. Sir, A gave money to B. Sir, how much? 5 lakh rupees. Sir, B promised to A via a document saying that I will give you back your money within 1 year. Popularly, this is called as either your promissory note or your bill of exchange. Sir, tomorrow if A does not pay, sorry, if at all tomorrow B does not pay. Sir, tomorrow if B does not pay. Sir, A has a claim on B. Yes, sir. A should get back 5 lakh rupees. Yes, sir. Sir, now what if A does not get back the money? A can go and take an action against B. Why? Against the claim he has. Sir, now where is the proof that he has? This document is there. No, this is the proof. Based on this document, he will take an action against the claim he has on B. Sir, so this document is called as actionable claim. Sir, basically what, sir? People, creditor, whatever document he has against debtor, so the debt money you cannot transact. Yes, the law is not telling that it is you cannot do it, you cannot transfer it and all. The law is just telling this is not considered in my definition. So if any such things are there, then do not refer to SOGA. It is not considered as goods. So sir, now what and all we have seen? Sir, every kind of movable property other than actionable claim and money in circulation. Correct? People, definition very important, remember. Sir, goods, every kind of movable property other than actionable claim and money in circulation. Actionable claim, understood all of you? Sir, so a document on which I have a right to claim the money from the other party. This cannot be considered as goods. This is not goods. Yeah, sir, why is not considered as goods? People, if I consider it as goods, it will become money only. This will become equivalent to money. So if people, tomorrow if I want to give 5,000 to someone, I will give this only. So that cannot happen. So they are not considering it as goods, not valid. Clear, all of you? Any doubts? Actionable claim? Pakka? Yay, all of you. Clear? Eldra. Yay, people. Yay, people. Okay. Okay. Sir, now Shashi. Yes, anything. Anything is actionable claim. It can be bill of exchange, promissory note, or receivables. Anything is actionable claim. Sir, okay. Now, people listen very carefully. Sir, Sale of Goods Act does not apply. Sir, Sale of Goods Act does not apply to people. Shashi, I think this was your question. Sir, it does not apply to immovable properties. Sir, Sale of Goods Act does not apply to immovable property. Sir, immovable property, you can put all of your immovable properties here. Sir, example, sir, land not applicable. Sir, buildings not applicable. Sir, plant and machinery fixed to the ground. Sir, not applicable. Yes. So, sir, any immovable property. So, in this particular chapter, we will not be seeing any examples on land or building. Is this clear? Yay, people. Sir, why, sir? Why, sir? Why, sir? Papa, no, sir. Then where will they go, sir? If at all. Yes, Shreya. Now, for real estate dealers, sir. Sir, for real estate dealers, they have a law. Again, they will come under different thing. Yeah. In India, real estate people are governed under something called as RERA. They have a different act. That is altogether, it's a ocean. Yeah. Sir, now, sir, why, sir? Why are we not taking land, immovable properties here? Sir, if I transfer my immovable property, now what to do? Sir, there is one more act which is applicable. There is one more act only for these things. If you sell your land, building and all, sir, there is one act called as TOPA. Sir, all of this is not there in your syllabus. TOPA is Transfer of Property Act. Sir, this will apply whenever you sell or buy land. Yes, SOGA will not come into picture. This is for your immovable properties. So, sir, what is goods? Every kind of movable property other than, sir, money in circulation or actionable claim. Yes, sir. It depends. It depends. Okay, Rohan's question, sir, is water a movable or immovable property? If water is put into a bottle, now bottle is a movable property. It can be sold, it will come under SOGA. Sir, water given in tankers, you buy a tanker, yes, movable property. Sir, SOGA. Sir, water flowing as a river and it is a land dispute. Sir, it is coming under transfer of property. It is a immovable property. Yes, sir, clear. Yes, sir. Sir, goods also includes sir, stock and shares, meaning sir, people, even equity share is considered as goods as per our definition. Sir, even preference shares are also considered as goods as per our definition. So sir, shares are also included in the definition of goods. Clear? Yes sir. Sir, what do you mean by growing crops? Sir, vegetables. Sir, fruits. Sir, any other growing crop you are selling, sir, it is considered as goods itself. Sir, goods itself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, grass, sir. Sir, what do you mean by grass? Sir, grass needs no explanation, sir. I believe grass we know, sir. Yeah, your normal grass only. Sir, even that is considered as your goods. Even they sell grass also. Yes, why not? Yeah, for example, for cow, the feed is grass only. They buy it. Sir, for sheep, the grass is only the feed. Sir, for example, you guys eat leaves, right? Green leaves. Palak, methi, leaf only, no, grass only. Goods only. Sir, things attached to or forming part of the land which is agreed to be severed. Listen very carefully. Sir, things attached to or forming part of the land. Sir, there is a land. Let us try to decode. Sir, things attached to land. Sir, there is land. Something is attached. Sir, what is generally attached to land and which is agreed to be severed? People, severed means agreed to be cut. So, sir, okay, sir. Sir, probably it can be tree because that is what forms part of the land which will be agreed to be cut. Sir, the law says even though it is tree, even this will be considered as goods. Sir, what do you mean? The tree is goods. People, remember carefully, only those trees which are agreed to be cut is considered as a goods. The tree, when it is forming part of the land, if it is there in the land only, you have not agreed to cut it, it will not be called as goods. Sir, why sir? People, when the tree is forming part of the land, it is considered as immovable property. The moment you enter into a contract to cut a tree, then once the tree is cut, then where it is immovable property, now it will move, no? Sir, who will cut, sir? Why will they cut? From where will you get furniture and sofa? God. If you do like this, God will give you, huh? No, sir. Sir, furniture. Sir, your house interiors, where will you get it from? Sir, again trees, sir. Sir, your paper, where will you get your paper from? Sir, again trees, sir. So, sir, now read the definition. Sir, things attached to or forming part of the land which is agreed to be severed. Sir, what if it is not agreed to be severed? It is not a movable property, hence it is not a goods. So, sir, quickly come on with me. Come on, try to recollect. Sir, what are goods? Sir, goods means every kind of movable property other than actionable claim and money in circulation. Goods includes stock and shares, growing crops, grass, and things attached to or forming part of the land which are agreed to be severed. Severed means cut. A people, goods, understood? Pakka. Can we say all goods are assets? You can say, but not necessarily. Yes, all of you. Pakka. A people. All of you. Pakka. Got it? Awesome. Now, someone had a question. What, sir? I told you I'll cover everything. Sir, does goods include what all, sir? People, goods include both tangible and intangible. Sir, intangible, sir, goodwill. Yes, it is goods only. Sir, trademark, goodwill only. Copyrights, goodwill only. Patents, goodwill only. I mean, everything is goods only. Like goodwill, copyright, patents, trademark, etc. Stock, shares, people, gas, steam, water, electricity. Sir, everything are quote. Everything are considered to be goods. All of you, any doubt? Yeah, people, any doubt? Clear? Pakka? So, sir, tangible, intangible. Sir, only movable. Immovable, sir. Immovable is considered as what, sir? Sir, immovable is considered as TOPA, transfer of property. That is, you will be referring it under a different act. Yes. Pratul, I'll come back to that point. Wantedly, I did not tell it now. We'll come back to that point. Yes. Sir, okay. Sir, we are still looking at definitions only. Sir, who is a buyer? The person who buys or agrees to buy. Sir, who is a seller? Sir, the person who sells or agrees to sell is called as what, sir? A buyer or a seller. Okay. People, one more thing. Actionable claim even includes something called as fixed deposit receipts. Sir, what is this? Assume even this is like a security only. It is also like a share only, where people would have given money and they would have got return. There is a receipt. Yes. So people would, now when will you get share? Sir, when I invest money in a company, company will give me share. Correct? Sir, in the same way, FD receipts. Sir, when I do a fixed deposit, I will get a fixed deposit receipt. Sir, even this is also considered as goods. Yes, all of you. Pakka? Okay. Sir, Muskan has a question, sir. Sir, is debenture certificate goods? Actionable claims are which can be enforced only by an action or suit. Sir, a debt is not a movable property or goods. Sir, is debenture debt, sir? Sir, is debenture a debt? Yes, sir, debenture is a debt. So it is not goods. Clear? Okay. So people, come on with me, repeat. Sir, what are goods, sir? Goods, movable property other than money in circulation. There only, repeat. Money in circulation, actionable claims other than stock, shares, growing crops, grass, things attached to land agreed to be severed. Yes? Okay, sir. People, sir, now we got to know what do you mean by goods. Yes, sir, we are very good. Sir, now remember, sir, the goods are classified. Classification of goods. Sir, the goods are classified into three types. Goods are classified into three types. One is called as existing goods. Sir, the second one is called as future goods. Sir, the third one is called as contingent goods. You need not worry. I will be forwarding you the material, that is handwritten notes as well. Sir, so do not take any pressure. Aram se concentrate. I will be giving you this material. You guys know. So, sir, classification of goods. Sir, we now got to know what is goods. Sir, goods can be classified into existing, future, contingent. Now, sir, existing goods. What do you mean by existing goods? people, existing goods means, sir, those goods, sir, those goods which are owned, sir, which are owned or possessed by seller at the time of sale. Sir, what do you mean by existing goods? Sir, existing goods means those goods which are owned or possessed by the seller at the time of the sale. Sir, now what do you mean by this, sir? People listen carefully. Yes, sir, we are listening. Sir, me. Sir, this is me. Me, I want to sell you this pencil. I want to sell you this pencil. Yes, sir, you can sell this. Sir, now this pencil is mine. Yeah, okay, sir. Now, when I'm selling this pencil, do I own it? Yes, sir, it is mine. Do I have it as on the date of the sale? When the sale is happening, do I have it? Yes, sir, I have. So, I am the owner. I also have the pencil with me. So, sir, on the date of the sale, now assume today I am selling this pen. People, today, is this pen here? Yes, sir, it is here. It is already existing. It is there. Sir, and it is yours. Yes, I have the ownership. Sir, this is called as existing goods. At the time of the sale, when the goods are existing, it is called as what, sir? Sir, it is called as existing goods. Obviously. Yes, sir, obviously. Sir, why, sir? I'll tell you when I'm explaining the next one. What do you mean by, sir, at the time of the sale, when goods are not existing, what will happen? Sir, now the pencil is there, sir. Sir, at the time of the sale, what if the pencil is not there? Now what will happen? So, sir, that is a different category. We'll come to that. So, sir, existing goods, the goods which are owned or possessed at the time of sale. Okay. Sir, existing goods can be classified further into three categories. Okay. Sir, the first category is called as specific goods. Sir, the first category is called as specific goods. Sir, the second category is called as unascertained goods. Sir, the second category is called as unascertained goods. Sir, the third category is called as ascertained goods. People listen very carefully. Sir, so at the time of the sale, if the stock is existing, if the goods are existing, it is called as existing goods. Okay. Sir, what do you mean by specific goods? Sir, specific goods means goods that are identified. Sir, goods that are identified and agreed at the time of sale. At the time of sale. People listen very carefully. Yes, sir. People, you go to a shop. Yes, sir, I go to a shop. If you remember, in a shop, in front of the shop, your normal shop, they would have put some lace packets outside the shop. There will be this strip. They would have put some lace packets, kurkure packets, everything in front of the shop. I hope you would have seen in many shops that will be there. I'm talking about a normal shop, small shops. Sir, where it will be outside only. You give 10 rupees to the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper, you will tear only and you'll say, bro, I will take this. He will say, okay, take it. 10 rupees. So, sir, at the time of sale, you know which particular product you are getting. You know which one you are getting. Sir, this is only called as what, sir? Sir, specific goods. Sir, what do you mean by specific goods? At the time of the sale, you know which packet you are getting. You have identified it and you have taken it to the shopkeeper and you are telling, uncle, here it is 10 rupees and you will take the packet. Sir, this is called as identified goods. At the time of sale, you have the product whichever you want in your hand. You know which you want and it is in your hand. So that is only called as specific goods. Sir, specific goods. Okay, people listen carefully, no tension. Everything is a sequence. You will understand everything. Okay, sir. Sir, what do you mean by unascertained goods? Sir, what do you mean by unascertained goods? Okay, people listen carefully. Sir, today me wants a bike. Sir, which one? Royal Enfield. So me goes to a showroom, Royal Enfield showroom. And he asks, uncle, I want a bike. Showroom says, okay, which one you want, you can select. Sir, he selects, assume a very rare one. Yeah. Sir, okay, assume he selects which one? Okay, Desert Storm. Let us go with Desert Storm. Sir, for Desert Storm, generally the waiting period was around 20 days. To get your vehicle delivered, you need to wait for 20 days. Bullet. You need to wait for 20 days. Okay, sir. Sir, now imagine, sir, when me gave the order, he went and he asked for his bike. Sir, the showroom people first makes him pay advance amount, that is 5,000 rupees. And if he's still sure, then they will make him pay the entire amount. How much? Assume in today's date it is around 2.15 lakh. So they will make him pay the entire 2.15 lakh. Okay, sir. People, and they give him an invoice. Okay, sir, they will give him an invoice. That is, the sale is done. People tell me, did you get your bike today? No, sir, I did not get my bike today because Royal Enfield production time, it takes time. Now at least it is less. In the year 2013, you had to wait almost, in the year 2013 and 2012, you had to wait for almost 1 year to get a bike. I'm not even telling you in those days. In 2013, you had to wait for 1 year to get a bike. And when a plant happened in India, in Chennai, sir, more plants started happening, factories. That is when the time of delivery started reducing. Sir, okay, now listen. Sir, at the time of making the contract, sir, was your bike there in front of you? Did you know which bike you will get? Sir, no, sir. At the time of contract, I did not know which bike I will get. Why, sir? Because it was there in Chennai. From Chennai, it should come to Bangalore. Sir, in Bangalore, they will have their own, transportation methods. From there, it will come to the godown. Sir, from godown, it will come to a particular showroom. Sir, from there, I need to get my bike. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, now imagine the bike also came to the showroom. So, sir, so many bikes are there. Sir, so many bikes are there. Correct, sir. Sir, this is only called as unascertained goods. Sir, what do you mean by unascertained goods? The bike which belongs to you is somewhere here. One of the bike will be selected and given to you. Sir, I repeat, at the time of contract of sale, you don't know which bike you will get. You just have to pay the price. Sir, your color bike, there will be more than hundreds of bikes. Sir, now they will select one bike amongst the entire bulk and give you. Sir, at the time of sale, you do not know which bike you are going to get. Sir, sale happened, but you do not know. In that Desert Storm, there are 100 bikes. You do not know which one you will get. Sir, this is only called as unascertained goods. Sir, this is only called as unascertained goods. Sir, specific goods right in front of you. Sir, there is whichever you are buying. Sir, right in front of you, it is already there. At the time of the sale, it is also identified. Sir, unascertained at the time of sale, you do not know which one you will get is called as unascertained. Sir, basically unascertained goods is still in the bulk. From the bulk, one of it should be taken and given to you is called as unascertained goods. Yes, all of you. Pakka? Yes, sir. Sir, now the third category is called as ascertained goods. Sir, what do you mean by unascertained goods? Sir, unascertained goods are those goods which are not identified, at the time of contract of sale. Sir, you paid advance in the showroom. Yeah. Assume, sir, okay. Sir, assume even the waiting period is not even 20 days. Assume even it is right in the showroom only, sir. They will take money from here and they will take me to the showroom, go down, and in the go down, I need to select which one I want. Yes, sir, I paid money. I need to go to the go down and select which one I want. At the time of contract of sale, when you paid, sir, the bike which you will get is not yet identified. Yes, so sir, unascertained goods, it is those goods not identified at the time of contract of sale. At the time of contract of sale, they are indicated by description or sample. Sir, they are identified by description or sample. Sir, give us an example, sir. Yes, people, whatever you guys guessed it is right. Sir, example. Sir, all your online orders. Sir, when I order a mobile, I don't know which one I'll get. They have given me the description. They would have put on that particular the features they would have put. They will say which mobile I am going to get. Sir, it will be written there. Sir, those things are called as what, sir? Unascertained goods. Clear? Sir, regarding this description and sample, we'll be doing a little while later. Yeah, I'll tell you. Yes, all of you clear? Okay, sir. Sir, now what do you mean by ascertained goods? People listen very carefully. Sir, what do you mean by ascertained goods? Sir, there was my bike here. At the time of the sale, I do not know which one I want. I was standing from far, sir. I liked one bike, so I pointed that I want this bike. Sir, I was standing at far. I liked one bike, so I pointed, okay, I want this bike. Sir, when I pointed, so those people selected the bike which I wanted and they gave me the bike which I wanted. Sir, what do you mean by ascertained goods? From the lot, from the bulk, the one which you want is kept aside. I repeat, from the lot, whatever is the bulk, from that, the one which you want is kept aside. Sir, that is only called as ascertained goods. Sir, write down, sir, which are identified, sir, which are identified after the contract of sale is made. People, so sir, what do you mean by specific goods? Sir, existing goods at the time of making the contract, the goods are existing. It is already made. It is there. And the seller has the ownership. He can sell it. Okay. Sir, 3 subcategories, sir. Specific goods. At the time of the sale, you have already identified. So, sir, give us example. People, your big bazaar, whenever you go to shopping, whenever you go to your normal offline shopping, Yeah, what do? You take a cart, you go to any shop, whichever shop you want, groceries or your, fashion or whatever shop you do. Sir, the shirt I want, I pick it. Sir, the pant I want, I pick it. I know which one I'm going to get. Sir, this is called what, sir? Sir, this is called specific goods. When I stand in the counter, I know which one I'm going to get. So that is called specific goods. Sir, unascertained goods. My goods belong to the bulk. My goods belong to the bulk. The contract of sale is also made. I have paid the money. And after some time, they will give me an opportunity to choose which one I want. So at the time of contract of sale, it is not yet identified which one you will get. So, sir, everything is in bulk. Sir, from the bulk. So after the contract of the sale is made, sir, the one which I want is selected, then it becomes a ascertained goods. Sir, now few people would be having a doubt between specific goods and ascertained goods. Sir, what is the difference? When the contract of sale is being made, when you guys are entering into a contract or you're paying the price for it, is the goods right next to you? If it is there, it is specific. At the time of the contract of sale, if the goods is not next to you, you do not know which one you will get. You will know once you pay the price. After that, you will get. Sir, example, all your online sales. Yes, both of them are same. Unascertained, from that one is taken, it becomes ascertained. Clear, all of you? People, unascertained and ascertained both are same. It is just that two phases. It is two phases. Unascertained, everything is in the bulk. So that is the reason. Read what it says. It is not yet identified. Which one you will get is not yet identified. It is still in the bulk. So that is the reason it is called as unascertained goods. Sir, ascertained goods, sir, which is identified from that bulk. People, let us read what does your text say. Sir, existing goods are the goods in existence at the time of contract of sale. Existence means you should have owned it, or you should have possessed it, or you should have acquired it. Okay. Sir, it can be subclassified into specific goods, meaning identified and agreed at the time of the contract of sale. Yes, sir. Sir, unascertained goods are those goods which are not specifically identified. You do not know. You do not know which one you will get. Sir, ascertained goods, sir, which are identified in accordance with the agreement. In accordance with the agreement, sir, I want Royal Enfield Desert Storm 500cc. You guys have entered into the contract. Now, after the contract of sale is made, you will identify which one you want. Sir, that is only called as ascertained goods. Any doubts, people? Sir, give us one more example. Specific goods we understood. Ascertained and unascertained, we need some more example. Okay, people, listen carefully, people. Okay, sir. Sir, this is me. Sir, me goes to a shop. Sir, why? Me wanted to buy rice. Okay. Now listen carefully. Sir, me wanted to buy rice. Okay. Sir, me has two options. What? One, there is a 1 kg packet of rice packed right front of him. Yeah, assume this is some Indian Gate or some brand company. It is right in front of him. If he want, he can take that only. He can take that, he can pay money, he can go. Sir, which is right in front of him, sir, this is called what, sir? Sir, this is called as what? Specific goods. It is right in front of him. If he wants, he can take it. It is already packed, sealed. It is already packed and sealed. Yes? Yes? Okay. Now listen carefully. Sir, okay. Now, in the same shop, there is one more option. What? I do not want a packed rice. Okay. Sir, whenever you go to shop, they would have kept some cups like this. They would have kept some cups. Wherever you go to buy rice and all, they would have kept some cup and they would have written something like this. I don't know how many of you remember. On this, sir, they would have written as Basmati. Sir, on this they would have written Sona Masuri. Sir, on this they would have written red rice. Correct? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All of us buy like this, sir. We remember, sir. Okay, people listen carefully. Sir, in this they would have put some Basmati rice. Sir, in this they would have put some Sona Masuri rice. Sir, in this they would have put some red rice. Yes, yes, sir. People, now this me, whoever is the buyer, whoever wants to buy it, he will be given sample of everything. He can try Basmati rice. I don't know if you remember or not. We will go with either our father or mother in our childhood. Our father or mother, they will take and taste. I don't know why they will know. They will know some taste in it and they will say, yes, this is the rice which our house wants. And they will say, pack this. Yeah, I don't know what they can make it out in raw rice. They will say, yes, this is what we want. Correct? Huh. Sir, now me selected Basmati rice. Yes, when you select Basmati rice, he will go inside. You will tell him, okay, give me 25 kgs of Basmati rice. You will ask him to give 25 kgs of Basmati rice. Now, what will he do? He will go inside. Inside, there will be his storeroom. Correct? Inside, there will be storeroom. Correct? Yes, sir. Now, at the counter, me will tell, I want 25 kgs of Basmati rice. He asks how much. Shopkeeper says 100 rupees per kg. So, sir, 2500 rupees. Buyer will say, okay, now you can give me 25 kgs of Basmati rice. Yes, yes, sir. Sir, the contract of sale has happened. These people have agreed to, he has agreed to sell, he has agreed to buy. Yes, sir. Sir, Basmati rice is also identified. Yes, sir. But do you or have you seen your 25 kgs of rice at the time you have purchased this particular rice? Have you seen your 25 kgs? Sir, you have not yet seen. You have not yet seen. Yes, sir. Sir, he will go inside. There will be hundreds of bags. There will be hundreds of 25 kgs bags. All are Basmati. It is a go down. So now what will this seller do? He will go inside. Out of those 100 bags, he will select one bag of 25 kgs and this will be given to the buyer. Correct? All of you? Yes, sir. This is how your regular life it happens also. Correct? Agreed? Sir, if at all the buyer had directly purchased the 1 kg packet right in front of him, which he could have taken, sir, this is called as specific goods. At the time of sale, it is identified and you know which one you will get. Sir, now, sir, he selected Basmati rice and he asked 25 kgs and he agreed to pay 2500 rupees. Sir, they both entered into a contract. Sir, now at the time of the sale, he will get Basmati rice. He knows that. Sir, but does he know which 25 kgs he will get? There are 100 bags inside. Does he know which one he will get? Sir, this 100 bags are called as unascertained goods. Sir, this 100 bags inside, which is inside, is called as unascertained goods. Sir, from that 100 bags, sir, my seller selected one bag he selected, which he brought it outside from those 100 bags. Sir, now this is only called as ascertained goods. Sir, specific goods, unascertained goods and ascertained goods. Any doubt? So, sir, we understood what do you mean by existing goods, in that specific goods, unascertained goods and ascertained goods. Okay. Sir, if you see in all the three places, the goods are already there. In the shop, it is there. Sir, now what do you mean by future goods? People, future goods, very simple. Future goods, very simple. What, sir? Sir, at the time of contract, sir, the seller does not have, or he does not possess, or he does not own the goods at the time of contract. At the time of contract, sir, seller does not have, or he does not possess, sir, or he does not own the goods at the time of contract is called as future goods. Sir, give us one example. Okay, sir, A agreed. Okay, A asked B, I want, our usual example, sir, 1000 kgs of mangoes. B said, okay, I will give you 1000 kgs of mangoes. Assume this was a wholesale dealer. Yeah, this is how it will happen in reality also. The dealer, middleman, what they will do, they will go and identify a land where there are good mango trees. They will enter into a contract with the farmer saying that in the next summer, we will buy all those mangoes coming from that particular tree at a pre-decided price. So they will give that price and they will buy all the mangoes. This is how in reality also happens. Sir, now A said, okay, I want to buy all the mangoes which will come in your particular crop this year. Okay, A and B agreed in the month of, assume, June 2020. B said, okay, you can take all the mangoes. When, sir? On 1st March 2021. Ideally, it takes 1 year, almost one, it almost comes in the month of summer. The crop almost comes in the month of summer. Yes? Huh. Sir, at the time of sale, sir, at the time of sale, B does not have the goods. Or, sir, the goods are not in existence. Sir, the goods are not in existence. Sir, now this will be considered as future goods. I repeat, I'll tell you, I'll come back to that part. So, sir, the goods which are not in existence, sir, it is not at all there, sir. Sir, these goods are called as what, sir? Future goods. Sir, now, in the case of Royal Enfield, sir, after your order, if you remember in the past, I told you, you had to wait for 1 year. Sir, in this case also, it is called as future goods only. Sir, even in this case also, it is called as future goods only. Getting the point? Sir, when you placed an order with the Royal Enfield showroom, I told you guys this because I wanted to just tell you how it was back then. I did not say that was an existing goods. Sir, even in the Royal Enfield case where you give the order and they will prepare or they will manufacture the goods after your order is made, sir, it is called future goods only. Getting this point, all of you? Clear? Okay. So, sir, this is called what, sir? Sir, this is called future goods. So, people remember one thing. Sir, whenever you are selling an existing goods, sir, it is always called as contract. It is always considered as sale. Sir, whenever you are selling existing goods, it is considered as sale. Sir, whenever you are selling future goods, it It is considered as agreement to sell. Sir, why? Sale happens then and there. It is always, it ends up as an executed contract. Both the parties are present. Sir, the money is there. Sir, the goods are also there. The sale ends. It is done. It is completed. Sir, future goods, you guys enter into an agreement to sell. Sir, sale is always present. Sir, agreement to sell is always in the future. Getting the point? So in the existing goods, the seller will be the owner or seller will have the product. Sir, future goods, the seller may not be the owner or seller will not yet have the goods. It will not yet be ready. Getting the point? All of you. Sir, this type of goods is called as future goods. Yes. It depends, Pratul. It depends as per the agreement. Money can be paid or money will be paid in future as the case may be. Few people will pay advance, or even in the future goods, few people will pay advance. Few people will pay the entire amount at once. It depends. Now, in the case of Royal Enfield, we were paying the entire amount at once before getting the bike only. Yes. So that is called as what, sir? Agreement to sell. You will agree to sell in the future. Yeah? Huh. Okay. Sir, future goods means goods to be manufactured, people. Royal Enfield bike. Sir, goods to be manufactured or, sir, produced, crop. Sir, or acquired. Sir, I bought it from someone else. Sir, assume I'm a retailer. Yeah, I don't know how many of you would have seen. You go and ask in a shop. You want a specific model of anything. Yeah, it can be anything. The retailer will say, okay, sir, you do one thing. You give me advance and go. By tomorrow, I will give you that particular product, whatever you want. In various cases, this happens. He would not have it. But if you tell him that, okay, that is the best, okay, that is the best example. Sir, medicine. Yes. Sir, you do one thing. Today I don't have. This happens with MedPlus. Sir, MedPlus, what happens? Assume there is two shops. Shop 1, shop 2. Sir, the distance between two shops, assume, is around 2 kilometers. Sir, I went to shop 1 and I asked for, say, for example, some COVID vaccine, some medicine, COVID medicine. Shop 1 will not have. Yeah. But shop 1 will see in his computer that the shop 2 will have, because the MedPlus know they can access to all their stock. They will know whether it is there or not there. So they will know, okay, shop 2 it is having. So as on today, the shop 1 is not at the owner of that medicine. Now what will the shop 1 do? He will tell this person, sir, you do one thing, you come tomorrow morning, I will take it and I keep it, then you can buy. This person will pay for it and go. And shop 1 will get it from shop 2. Yes. So people, yeah, sir, again future goods. Getting the point? All of you. Understood? Yeah, people. So sir, that becomes agreement to sell. Future goods. So sir, today shop 1 is not at the owner. He should buy it from someone else. So, sir, future goods means goods which are to be manufactured or produced or acquired by the seller. People, this is important, after making the contract. So, at the time of the contract, he is not at the owner or he is not at having the goods in his hand. Sir, example, assume I wanted to buy oranges or mangoes. Sir, the crop is still in this stage. So I want it to grow, but I sold it already. But sir, it is still in this stage. Yes, so this is called future goods. Getting the point? All of you. Yeah, people, all of you. Getting the point? Yeah, people. Elro. Any doubts? If doubts, let me know. I'll clarify now only. We'll go before going to the next concept. Okay. Okay. Quizar has a doubt. Sir, what if the crop spoils? People just like contract. Now we are just seeing what are the goods. Yeah. Everything you will see. Everything you will see. Yeah. Okay. Shonak has a question. Sir, if the goods are completed, it is called as unascertained or specific goods as the case may be. Sir, if the goods are still not yet started, that is, it is not yet there, sir, it is called as what, sir? Sir, it is called as future goods. Sir, what about those goods which are in work in progress? Which is manufacturing is in process. Sir, what about this? Okay, Shonak, very simple. If the goods are completed, it is only then called as specific or unascertained. If it is anything before this, then it is considered as not yet completed. It will come under future only. Anything before completion is future only. Yeah. Huh. People do not deviate. Everything I'll tell you. Sir, now what happens? The contract is entered, sir. Now the crop is gone, sir. Sir, big tufan comes, sir. Sir, cyclone comes. What happens to the stock? I will tell you, people. Indian Contract Act. Did I tell you everything in first unit only? Yeah. We'll see everything. We'll see. Yep. If I start telling you now, no. On that there is one more concept. I'll have to tell you that first. Yes, it is not possible. So first I'll tell you of this. Okay, done, sir. Okay, done, completed. Sir, the third type of goods. Sir, the third type of goods is called contingent goods. People, can anyone give me the example of contingent goods? Yesterday I had given you example. Sir, acquisition of goods by seller depends on correct, but example, uncertain event. Uncertain event. Lottery is a okay, one perfect. Yes, Sanjana got the one. What, sir? Sir, Sachin's car. You remember Sachin's car example? Yes, sir. Sir, what is that? People, A is there. A tells or A asks one person called Sehwag. A Sehwag, Sachin is so close to you. Sachin has one car called Ferrari. Now, I want to buy that Ferrari. Can you speak to Sachin and can you sell me that Ferrari? Sehwag said, why not? I will give you this Ferrari. Now, they both agreed. Provided I will go and ask Sachin. If Sachin agrees, I will give you. If Sachin doesn't agree, then I can't give you. Sir, people, now whatever is the contract of sale these people have, it depends upon a yes or no which is said by Sachin. If Sachin gives, the contract will go on. Sir, if doesn't give, sir, the contract will end. Sir, these type of goods are called as contingent goods. Yes, sir, first example. Example number 1. Sir, give us one more example. Sir, example number 2. People, okay. Sir, now there is a ship coming. There is a ship coming. If the ship travels safe, if the ship reaches safe, there are certain goods in the ship. I will buy those goods, says A to B. If the goods reach safe to the shore, then I will buy. People, ship journey is not always safe or certain. It is definitely an uncertain event. That is the reason insurance is also there. Yesterday we saw contract of guarantee also. Guarantee, gold reaching safe. Sir, these things are called as contingent goods. Sir, the goods, it depends upon an uncertain event. If this happens, you will get. If it doesn't happen, you will not get. Now, people, any doubts? Sir, any doubts in ascertained, certain? Nothing. So, quick recap, existing goods which are existing at the time of the sale. Sir, it can be further classified into specific goods, specific goods. You have identified which one you want at the time of the sale. Sir, unascertained goods, when you have entered into the contract of sale, your goods is in the bulk. So at the time of the sale, your goods is not yet identified. Sir, what do you mean by ascertained goods? From that bulk, one packet is taken, 25 kgs is called as ascertained goods. Sir, future goods at the time of the sale, the goods are not possessed, owned, or not yet manufactured by the seller. Future goods, sir, contingent goods, acquisition of that product by the seller is depending upon an uncertain event. Sir, contingent goods. Any doubts? People, any doubts? No doubts? No doubts? Okay. Chalo, let us do one thing. Let us go for a break.